So there are ways to, and which is where meditation really helps, breath work really helps. There are ways to recognize what your mind is doing to you, to start understanding the meaning of the difference between what it is to indulge in your thoughts and what is it to witness your thoughts. Firstly, every thought that comes in our head is not us. I think that's the most important thing we need to recognize, because we're always thinking this is a thought that's come to me, so this is me. It's not you. Your thoughts are only a function of everything that you're consuming around you.
Yes.
They're not you.
Yes.
And we are also living in a day and age where that consuming is at another humongous level.
Yes. The consumption is just too much. Yeah.
The amount of data that we are putting in. If we think we have doom scrolled for half an hour and have gone through, let's say, 500 reels in half an hour, those 500 reels have not disappeared. Your mind is processing them. Even if you saw something for 1 second, your mind will process it. It's the job of the mind. The mind will process anything that is fed to it. So it's very important to be mindful of what we feed to the mind and what we are giving it to consume. It makes a huge difference. That's why when people go off social media for 2-3 months, they feel like such a difference, such a huge difference.
Okay. So I'm no actor. But I've always been fascinated with people who give great performances. So my question, I'll also tell you why I have this question. So who is Gayatri? Gayatri is a bunch of repeated thoughts that she's had about herself, her stories that she's been repeating to herself. Her identity is created because of that, because of repetition over the last 33 years. Now, if I rip off everything, I'm left with something which my mind cannot comprehend at this point of time. My question is, let's say in a movie, an actor has to become the character. If the actor has to become the character, they have to become the identity of the character in a span of 3 to 6 months. How can we actually do that? Number one, the reason why I'm asking you this is because in the process of manifestation, what I strongly believe is, I don't believe in this aspect of fake it till you make it. I believe in the aspect of become that version, become the vibrational match. Whatever you want will naturally start to come for you in your life. So now how can I use the same techniques that you use with an actor? In 2 to 3 months, they become a completely different version. They go on set, they are living as the character, so that, for example, if I want to become a different version of myself, I can start implementing that.
Art is very, very, very beautiful, because one of the purposes of art is evolution. Evolution first of the artist, and then everybody who consumes their art.
Okay.
So I feel whenever you get any part or any job in your life, to do the best job of it, you have to leave Gayatri behind. You said, no, Gayatri is this, that. I come from a belief that we all have beautiful lives and beautiful stories and beautiful narratives and experiences. But there is something in all of us which is much more beautiful than just our narrative and our story. And that something I call the true self. The word I give it sometimes is the consciousness, because that's like a easy, relatable word. It's a very impalpable thing. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it does. You don't even know whether it exists. Only if you experience it, sometimes do you know it's there, right? So I believe there's something called life and something called lifetime. Now Gayatri is the lifetime. Atul is the lifetime. But there's something inside you which is life, and something inside me which is life. Now, if you want to reach somewhere, function from life and not from lifetime. Because lifetime will come with its limitations. I'm telling you this because as an artist, when we work with actors, so let's say an actor has done work for 10 years. And now in those 10 years, whatever they have learned, they're bringing all of that experience into their next art form, which is good and it has a lot of value. That is one way to do it. But it is still just 10 years of your experience. In fact, the more we start believing in the myth of those 10 years, the more mechanical, repetitive, as well as pompous we start becoming. But if we approach that same part even after 10, 15 years, thinking it's the first time I'm acting. Like when I step into a workshop, I don't take the baggage of I've done this for 20 years. That baggage is never there. It's like, okay, these are a new set of people. They will have their own set of things that they need to learn and go past. And my job is to be with them and help it identify, not bring the baggage of I've been doing this for 20 years, so I know.
So how do you do that? You consciously do a process to leave the baggage behind, or is
Yes.
it you
So now I don't need to do it anymore.
Okay, you've done it enough number of times.
I've done it enough number of times for it to become second nature.
Okay. Again, what made you leave that baggage behind in the first place?
Because I did realize that baggage is very, very, very limited. This tiny mind is trying to think it's very intelligent and wanting to solve things because he thinks what it should be. But the other way is I just go there and I don't exist. My experience does not exist. All I have to do is just be one with myself and be one with the person in front of me. And if I'm functioning from that consciousness in that moment, then whatever the universe wants to tell to that person in that moment, I become the medium for it.
Yes, through you. Yes.
So the moment I think I am doing it and it's coming from me, it may not be bad, it may be decent, but it may not be what they need.
So in order for you to get to a point where you're very conscious about the fact that you are the medium and the universe is working through you to give the message what they need to know, a part of your ego needs to die.
Yeah.
Isn't that painful? At least in the initial days when you had to let go of it.
Not at all.
Okay.
I mean, for me, it was the execution was difficult because we are not able to achieve it always because ego keeps coming in the way. But the recognition that the ego achieves nothing came very easy to me. That part wasn't tough.
Okay.
But the execution was tough because the ego will come. So again, ego is something that a lot of people are not able to recognize what it means. It essentially means deep sense of identifications outside of ourselves. So wherever we identify ourselves very deeply outside of ourselves, that is ego. So like say an actor is very passionate about acting, then their ego is in acting, their identity is in acting. It's like, suppose you're an actor and I say, your scene didn't go well, and you're like so rattled, either you're angry or you're deeply upset. Why? Because you drew your sense of self from that. But if I told you, okay, Gayatri, this khichdi you made was okay, thoda namak zyada tha, you'll be like, fine. Why? Because cooking is not important for you.
Right.
So it's those things where our identity lies. That's where we get shaken. That's where we are not objective. Those are the spaces that we need to work on. And those are the places where our ego lies.
Got it. So now we go back to the process of you leave your baggage behind and you walk in as a fresh person, right? And then how does the embodiment of that particular character happen after this?
The more stress you will carry within you, the more wanting to do well and being perfect you will carry within you, the more self-doubt you will carry within you, the least you will reach that character.